Okay, so back with another one, and this time it's another Astromech. This is R5-J2. This is from the Saga Collection. It was early 2000s. And they always told you right up here what movie or property this came from. So you see here is episode 6, Return of the Jedi. So this is, obviously you can tell from the background, without the glare of the packaging, the background there, you see those imperial officers, which tells you, if you didn't know, R5-J2 is an imperial droid. You see the Death Star wall design in the back. So these Saga collections have always had these nice like big bubbles with a good picture in the back there to let you know, give you a scene from the movie kind of feel. Like there's another one that I didn't open on screen, but I'll show in my droid shelf update. There's a couple things that you haven't seen me open, but they're going to be on the shelf when I show it again. And one of them is the Hoth like gonk droid, and that came with a treadwell droid, and that had a good like picture of Echo base behind it. But anyway, so this guy is obviously on the Death Star 2 because it's Return of the Jedi. There's another picture of the figure itself, and then there's another one of it presumably in a scene. And these ones always gave you like little stats. This line, it's an Astro Droid, main selling feature, cheap. So destroyed in the second Death Star. Yeah, so this little guy blew up. Ending above Endor, the Empire toils to complete the second Death Star after the humiliating destruction of the first battle station by the ragtag rebels. One of the droids on the station is R5-J2, who goes about his duties unaware that his service will be very short-lived. So they always talk about how the Imperials treated their droids just like machines. You know, they were there to do a function and that was it. And how the rebels would give more personality and like individualism to their droids and treated them more like, you know, members of the team than the Imperials ever did. So sadly, R5-J2 met a unceremonious end. But it's just cool to have another droid, and this is actually my first Imperial Astromech. So that's kind of cool. I have like the Death Star droid and things like that. And of course I have like, you know, prequel, you have the battle droids and super battle droids. But this is my first Astromech that is actually the Empire. But on the back, cool, again, when they had really cool backs, you know, we got all that stuff. And then we also got to see all of the other figures in the wave there. And then these Saga Collection ones always came with a little hologram inside. So I've already opened 1 or 2 of these, so I already have a couple of these. So we'll get that little bonus figure too. I already started opening here these flaps to make it a little bit easier. And these ones are always kind of a pain. And yes, I open these, but I do also keep the cards, so I try to do as minimal damage as possible. So there we go. So yeah, so that's what I was talking about. There's the picture of the officers walking away. Nice big picture, nice big bubble, you know. It's kind of neat how to look at how the packaging has changed, you know, all the way you get to the vintage collection. It's taken up mostly by like legal jargon on the back. So there we go. There's that. I'll pull the tray out. There's our little hologram. And this one is, oh, it's a stormtrooper. Or is that a clone trooper? It's a stormtrooper. Okay. So that's kind of cool. Because I believe I have a Rebel trooper, kind of like from the TNT-4 looking, you know, those specific helmets. I have one in the same pose as this guy, so, you know, you can have, I don't set these guys up anywhere yet, but it's nice to have it in case I want to put these somewhere. Just a nice little add-in, I guess they tried to do. And then also this collection came with stands, so it would tell you the movie or property that it was from, and then the name of it. So that's kind of cool. You know, not every collection came, I think this may have been the only one that came with stands. I can't remember for sure, but all these Saga Collection did. And then we also got the there you go, that was what was in there. And then we also have the little catalog to like give you a snapshot of the kind of figures that were coming out at the time. The Hellfire droid, that's a droid, so I will have to get that someday. There's Darth Vader's Sith fighter. These blasters. When they Star Wars and Transformers together. Alright, there's a little snapshot of that. This is kind of cool to keep too, because they don't come with things like this anymore either. Alright, so there he is, R5-J2. Pardon me for a second. It's always loud. Alright. So, like almost all the Astromechs, from this time especially, this looks like an R2 body. You see the way the vents are, yeah, this is an R2 body as well. You can see here in the legs. This is also, I just put up a video of R5-J2, Obi-Wan's second droid from Revenge of the Sith. And I said that was like an R2 just repainted. You could tell, you know, it was a newer R2 sculpt because they had these cables that were out. You can see they're not stuck onto here, all part of the mold. And that's the same thing as the R4. So yeah, very similar, but you know, it's got that kind of imperial paint job, but it has the same articulation, it looks like. Moose back, you got the rocker feet, so he can make his, you know, like he's treading along. There we go. It's got the wheels, just like the R4 did, and just like a lot of R2s do. This guy, however, the way that I'm looking at this wheel, this, very much unlike in R2 and the R5-J2, turning the head does not make, oh, do you see that? Okay, turning the head does not make the middle leg go inside. Looks like this middle leg is just out. And unlike the Star Wars Build-A-Droids, I'm giving it a little, it will not pop out. I know the Star Wars Build-A-Droid Astromechs, that can just pop out. This is in there, and this is not moving. So this leg stays just like it is. It has a little bit of give, and it almost, I'm sorry, I'm trying to see up close. Yeah, it's in there. So it's just a tiny bit of give. So turning the head pops, looks like this little scope out. See that? Oh, and back down. This little scope just pops out when you turn the head. Back out again, and back down. My only gripe with things like this is that it always comes, it's like fully out, but then what is presumably the face of the droid is off to the side. It's like, okay. Oh, wow, okay. The little antenna pops out. See that? Oh, God. All right. and it's got little like little cutouts along the side. So obviously this is not the same sculpt as an R2. Obviously this is an R5 head. You get that classic design up there for the R5. But this body is definitely an R2 body. But yeah, I mean, astromechs are pretty simple. So this is my first Imperial astromech, R5-J2, Return of the Jedi. There we go, more to come. Oh, I guess, okay, yeah, so it's an astromech, no peg holes, right? This, kind of useless. Stand them on there, but all right, there we are, R5-J2.